Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, dependent upon where you are joining us today in the world. Thank you for attending IFMA's live training support team, where I will be discussing building your FM training blueprints. This is live on LinkedIn, so if you are joining us, I would love to know where you are joining us from. You can insert into that chat your country, where you're joining us from. Last couple hours ago, when I gave a presentation at 9, there were people joining from Mexico, Saudi Arabia, India, Japan. So I'd love to see where everyone is logging in from. I am Lauren Kruger. I am the Director of Sales Operations for here at IFMA. I've been with IFMA almost 10 years, started in the membership department and now with the professional development sales department. So I know quite a bit about the organization, and I'm happy to answer any questions you have on membership, conferences, and then why we are here today training. I am actually located in Stavanger, Norway. My family moved here just over a year ago. Norway just celebrated their Constitution Day yesterday, so if anybody is joining us from Norway, gratulerer med dagen. And I also want to mention that IFMA has the World Workplace Europe Conference attending or happening on the 1st and the 2nd of June in Amsterdam. If you are joining the World Workplace Europe Conference, I will be in attendance as well. I look forward to seeing you there. Please reach out if you would like to meet, discuss IFMA, or how you can get involved, or any of your training plans for your organization. I'm happy to help. Even if you are not attending the conference, if you are in the Amsterdam area, I would love to meet you, grab a coffee, and discuss anything IFMA. All right, and then I also want to introduce Laura Payman. She is the Managing Director for IFMA EMEA. That is her contact information on the website, or there on the screen, as well as the website for EMEA IFMA. You can log on to that website to see what specifically IFMA is doing in the EMEA region, chapters, sponsor opportunities. So definitely reach out to Laura if you have any questions about the EMEA region with IFMA there. All right. So IFMA, for those of you who are not familiar, IFMA is the International Facility Management Association, and we are the most trusted and experienced facility management association in the world. We have been around for more than 40 years serving the profession. We have over 20,000 members in more than 100 countries and 139 chapters worldwide. Those chapters are geographically based centers for IFMA members. So if you, depending upon where you are in the world, it is likely IFMA has a chapter in a major city near you. If not, and you are interested in establishing a chapter in your city, please reach out to IFMA. We have a process to follow for that, and to understand what the interest is in the region. So chapters are a great way to network with other local professional FMs in the area. A lot of chapters conduct education programming as well as networking events. So again, a great way to get in touch with other local professionals in your city or country. IFMA is committed to advancing FM worldwide, and we are the premier resource for current trends, training, and then networking with expert and peers. And I already see quite a bit of questions coming through asking about the credentialing programs. I will get to those. So hang with me for the presentation. I will discuss all of the credentialing programs IFMA offers. But first, I'm going to go into a new feature that IFMA has recently launched to help you assess your knowledge in IFMA's 11 competencies. So, what does it take to be successful in facility management? There are certain skills that you need in order to do your job effectively in your role. You need a passion for learning and staying up to date on industry trends, a solid foundation in the fundamentals of FM, and we'll go into a little bit into that more in the presentation. Determination to make an impact in your organization, and confidence in your expertise verified by credentials. I think I'm getting a notification that we might be having some streaming issues. So I apologize if you are not seeing this clearly. The presentation will be available afterwards. You can view this on LinkedIn. There's going to be another presentation given later today on the North American side, Central Standard Time. So if you have time to join us then, you can as well. Otherwise, that will also be available, the recording later on that you can access. So, developing a personalized training plan. How can you improve your knowledge while also living your life? One thing that I have loved about living in Europe is the work-life balance. So, this is great. And IFMA's customizable training plan really helps you develop a plan for your career while also maintaining that personal balance. So, we'll go into a little bit more of that here. Map your knowledge. So, as I mentioned, IFMA has recently launched a new self assessment tool to help you understand your strengths in the 11 competencies so you can build a bespoke learning plan for you. So, IFMA IFMA's body of knowledge is made up of 11 core competencies. This self-assessment will help you articulate your training needs based on your results so that you can hand these results in to your supervisor, to additional colleagues, in order to help them build the case to support your training and your knowledge in IFMA's training programs and credentialing programs. Benefits of tailoring training to you include these are unique to you. Based on your self assessment and having a customized plan, you're not getting content or training that you already have. You're able to actually pinpoint your weaknesses and get additional training in those specific competencies. So you gain knowledge where you need it and when you need it. It also saves you time and money. You're not purchasing one program that gives you everything that IFMA offers because you may have confidence in training in one or more of the competencies already. So being able to pick and choose the competencies you want training in is a way to save your time and your money. And this also helps you to avoid boredom and frustration. Again, you're not getting programs that you already have training and knowledge in. You're clearly defining the strengths you have and where you want to improve within those 11 competencies. So you're constantly going to be getting training programs that you want to fill knowledge gaps in so that you can be more efficient in your on-the-day job. So, assess your knowledge to tailor your training. So, this is IFMA's recently launched self assessment tool. This is going to evaluate your skills and create a blueprint for your training. It will ask you 300 or more questions on the 11 core competencies in facility management. So, you'll see the scale here on the picture from 0 to 5. Of the 300 questions that is in this self-assessment, it's going to discuss specific topics and subjects within each of the 11 competencies. It's asking you questions. So you are going to rate each one of those questions from this 0 to 5 scale. You have no experience or knowledge handling this specific function within the competency. You you may have some awareness, you may have a basic limited experience, an intermediate practical application, or advanced and expert authority in any of those topics within the competency. So, based on how you rate each of these questions within this self assessment, it will create a plan for you to determine where your strengths and your weaknesses are. One of the first questions it will ask you as you begin this assessment is, do you already have any training in the 11 competencies that you've done through IFMA? Do you have any credentials already through IFMA? So it will take into account the experience and knowledge you already have taking IFMA's training programs, so that when you answer these questions, it will give you a plan of what would be the next progression for you. This report can be shared to articulate your training needs to leadership. So this is a great tool for teams. If you have multiple people on your team and you want to create a bespoke planning or training plan for your team, this is an excellent resource for you to understand. Every individual is going to be different on where their knowledge and skills are within the 11 competencies. So this really creates a tailored program to each individual, so that again, you're saving time and money on training that you actually need instead of training that you don't need. So this is a unique way that IFMA structures its training courses that is different from many other organizations out there. And this tool is currently live on IFMA's fm.training website now. You will find it in the course catalog. And there is a small fee for the self-assessment. There is a member and a non-member price. So the FM competency courses, you've heard me mention multiple times that IFMA has 11 core competencies, and these core competencies make up the FM body of knowledge. These are going to be what you see on the screen here, the 11 competencies. You'll notice the top 4 that are outlined in red have the FMP in the upper right-hand corner. Of the 11 competencies, these 4 are foundational to every professional facility management role. So those are finance and business, operations and maintenance, leadership and strategy, and project management. So these are critical for practicing professionals' functions on their daily job. The other 7 courses that you see here, again, provide bespoke training in, if you want specific training in sustainability or performance and quality. IFMA does offer a packaged option for these 7 courses. So if you are someone that wants training in all 7, you can purchase a bundle of all 7. And then we do have a bundle for the FMP where you can purchase all 4 courses at once. And when you purchase these courses from IFMA, they're all going to contain a similar format. You're going to have everything you need to complete these courses online. There is no testing center that you must attend. There is a final assessment at the end of each one of those competency courses, but that is conducted online. So you can take that at home from your home computer. And within those courses, you'll also have chapter quizzes, you'll have the digital content to read through the material, and then like I mentioned, there are final assessments as well as progress checks. So as you're reading through this content online, there are progress checks so that you can understand, are you understanding the concepts and topics within this course? If not, then you may want to review that section again. So this is a great way for you to understand, are you learning as you go through these courses? And then as you complete them, you do receive a certificate of completion as well as a digital badge. So if you were to go through, say, just this communications course, you would read through the material, there's some chapter quizzes you can do, and then there's a final assessment at the end. When you pass that final assessment, you receive a certificate of completion that you can download and print showing that you have completed this course, as well as claim a digital badge. Some of you may have seen some colleagues on LinkedIn or online that are saying they've completed this course with IFMA and they received this digital badge. If you click on that digital badge, it will show you what were the skills, the criteria that that individual needed in order to go through this training and earn that digital badge. So it's a great way to show fellow colleagues or supervisors that you've gained the skills and the knowledge, you've put in the work to gain the knowledge for that specific competency. Each one of these courses are also accredited for IACET CEUs. So if you are someone that has a certification from another organization that you need to show you are maintaining your knowledge in that certification, IFMA does offer CEUs for each one of these 11 competency courses. So each one of those 11 competencies, as I mentioned, that makes up the FM body of knowledge, and depending upon which courses you take, may lead to a credential. So the foundational 4 competencies make up the FMP, the Facility Management Professional. So that FMP program is really going to be for those that want and need additional training and knowledge in the foundational competencies. This can be anyone who is brand new to the industry to anyone who has maybe 10 or more years of experience, but just want to review what is the content that makes up those foundational competencies. IFMA does consistently update the content in our courses and credentialing programs. That is updated every 4 to 5 years. So we just launched an update of the FMP about a couple years ago. So that content is the most relevant of what a practicing facility manager is doing within those foundational competencies. You'll see on the left here the essentials. This is not a credential program. This is a training program, the essentials of facility management. And this is really for those who are new to facility management or FM adjacent. So we like to say this is usually for individuals that have less than a year within facility management directly. You may be someone who works with HVAC maintenance looking to expand your career within facility management. This is going to be a great program for you because it's going to discuss key terminology, concepts, and topics of what a practicing facility manager does within their job on a daily basis. So this is a training program. It's 10 modules. You can pick and choose certain modules to review, or you can purchase the entire program if you want to do the entire 10 modules. The SFP is the Sustainability Facility Professional. This is going to cover one competency of the 11, and that is sustainability. So this credential is going to give you a deep dive into the sustainability concepts and topics. It makes up 3 focus areas that discuss managing, operating, and strategy and alignment for sustainable facilities. Then you'll see the CFM, the Certified Facility Manager. This is really for those experienced professionals who want to demonstrate that they have the knowledge and expertise in the 11 core competencies by having that CFM designation after their name. There is a prerequisite for the CFM. You do have to meet certain eligibility requirements before you can apply for the CFM, and I will go into that a little bit more in the next slide. I want to point out that the FMP, the SFP, and the CFM are all globally recognized and ANSI accredited credentials. So what does that mean? What does ANSI accredited mean? It is, ANSI is the North American arm of ISO, if you are familiar with ISO, the International Standards Organization. So ANSI provides an unbiased review of our credentialing programs. A third party reviews everything that went into creating these programs: the people, the subject matter experts, our job task analysis survey, our policies and procedures, the content, item banking, question writing. Everything is reviewed in order to make sure that how these programs were developed meets a level of standard needed to be an accredited credentialing program. So why is that important? Because it's going to protect the integrity, the value, and the reputation of the credentialing program that you receive from IFMA. There are many organizations out there offering credentials in anything. And it's very important for you to understand if those credentials are actually accredited by a third party. Because if they are accredited by a third party, that third party is providing an unbiased review of everything of how that credentialing program was created. If not, you don't know the people creating the program. It could have been your average person off the street that created that credentialing program. So, and if you are looking at other credentials, the one takeaway from this that I hope you have is that you are verifying if those credentials are indeed accredited by a third party. Excuse me. So you will see on the screen a workflow for the eligibility to the CFM certification. You have to have at least 5 years of experience in facility management and 5 years of experience within the majority of the 11 competencies in order to be eligible to apply for the CFM exam. This is where that self-assessment really comes in to helping you understand your gaps within those 11 competencies. Do you have the knowledge and the confidence, the expertise in the majority of those 11 competencies? If you have 5 or more years, then yes, you are eligible to take that CFM exam. You can submit your CFM exam or application today. We have staff that review that application. As soon as it is approved, you have 90 days to schedule a time to sit at a testing center and take the CFM exam. Prometric Testing Centers is our partner that conducts our CFM exam, and they have locations all over the world. You can go to IFMA's website and put in your city or postal code in order to determine where the nearest testing center is to you. It is likely there is one in the city that you are currently living in. If you do not have 5 or more years in the majority of those 11 competencies, then do you have 3 or more years? If you do, and you have a bachelor's or a master's degree in facility management from an accredited facility management program, then you are also eligible for that CFM certification. If you do not have a degree in an accredited FM degree program, then the other training programs are available to you. So if you are not yet eligible for the CFM, you may consider starting with the FMP credential and reviewing the foundational competencies. If you're confident in your knowledge with the foundational competencies, you can pick and choose from the other core competency courses to fill any knowledge gaps. If you have less than a year of experience, we typically recommend the essentials. However, there is nothing stopping you from pursuing an FMP or pursuing any of the other training in the core competency courses. The only program you do have to meet eligibility requirements for is the CFM. So, what do you get from IFMA's training and credentialing programs? You get performance boost. So, 74% of employers feel their team's overall reputation is improved by having them have gone through IFMA education. 70% of organizations rate IFMA credentialed employees as having significantly higher performance, and the average credential results in more than a 40% increase in employee performance. So, if you are looking for some specific statistics to take to your supervisor to help build the case for supporting IFMA education, these are excellent points to take to your supervisor. And these were found from a research report that IFMA conducted that surveyed individuals that had received an IFMA credential, employers and employees. So IFMA supports you on your learning path. Your success is our success. When you purchase a program from IFMA, whether it be one of our training competency courses or the credentialing program, IFMA does not stop supporting you. We provide a myriad of resources to help you complete the training and the program. We offer study guides to help you set a schedule so that you can complete the program. We also have engage groups. If you are a member of IFMA, then you may be familiar with IFMA's Engage platform. This is an online community that allows you to connect with IFMA members all over the world. So we have defined subgroups within these communities for individuals that are currently pursuing one of our credentials. So if you are someone looking to get your CFM certification, you can join the CFM Engage group and find other individuals that are also on their journey to getting the CFM certification. It's a great way to find people to form online study groups, ask questions of, maybe ask for some study tips. Having people there that are also going through these programs with you is a great way for you to remain accountable for completing the program and also just having additional support to help you push you to complete those programs. IFMA also offers instructor-led classes. We have virtual classes from headquarters to help you complete the FMP, and we also have local chapters that are conducting in-person and virtual training courses, as well as education training affiliates. So these groups are approved to conduct IFMA courses in your country, city, near you. We have training affiliates that are found globally. We have training affiliates in Saudi Arabia and in China and India. So there are all over. And the reason why we have these training organizations in your country is because we want you to be able to attend a classroom in person if you want that in classroom training, have a virtual training that is on a time that fits your schedule. And the reason why you would want to go with an IFMA education training affiliate is because these organizations have been vetted and approved by IFMA to conduct these trainings. So we, IFMA, can guarantee that you are getting the most trusted and experienced facility management programs. These are materials developed by practicing facility managers from IFMA's subject matter experts, and they're being taught by IFMA qualified instructors. If you attend a training in an organization that is not an approved training affiliate of IFMA, then I cannot guarantee you what materials you're receiving, what content you're learning, who's teaching that program. I don't know anything about that. So I would very much recommend, if you are looking to attend a training course with a local organization, please verify that they are an approved IFMA training affiliate. This is the website where it will show you the list of IFMA's approved training affiliates. And you can, again, just go to the ifma.org website in order to find that as well. So take advantage of some special savings. We have some discounts for you today. These are good through the end of May. You can use your training 50 when you check out of purchasing one of these programs, and you can receive $50 off either the Essentials series or one of those 7 FM competency courses. So these are going to be the courses outside of the 4 that make up the FMP. You can use Year Training 100 to receive $100 off the SFP credential program or the FMP bundle. That bundle is going to include all 4 competency courses that make up the FMP program. You can also use it to get $100 off the core competency course bundle. So for those that do want to purchase those 7 competency courses, we have a bundled product for you, and you can receive $100 off of that purchase. Again, discounts are valid through the end of May, so this gives you some time to maybe take the self-assessment to understand where your strengths and weaknesses are in the 11 competencies so that you can only purchase that training that you need in order to fill knowledge gaps. You are not required to be an IFMA member to receive any of these discounts. You can receive discounts off that non-member pricing. If you are a member, then you get an even further discount off of that member price. So if you have any questions at all about which program is right for you or about that self-assessment, you can reach out to corporateconnections@ifma.org. I'm also listed the IFMA main website here for you, as well as IFMA's course catalog. So that is fm.training. There are many other programs on our catalog that I have not mentioned. We have short video courses that you can purchase. These are going to be trainings in one of the 11 competencies, but these are likely recordings from previous conferences, or they have been developed specifically to cover specific trends that are happening within facility management right now. So there are many other courses on our catalog that you can go to and review, and you can filter your search by competency. So if you want to see what courses IFMA offers within the communications competency, you can filter by that communications competency to see which courses specifically apply to that. And then I will list the IFMA EMEA website again for you here. And then I do want to mention that group pricing is available. So for those of you that have multiple colleagues in office that are also interested in IFMA's training and education courses, we can offer you a group discount. So please reach out to us to make sure you're getting the best possible price for the programs. Okay, I do not see any questions that have come through. So if you think of something later on, you can send an email to that Corporate Connections email or submit your question in the LinkedIn chat. We will monitor that and we can answer your question there as well. Thank you for joining me today, wherever you are in the world. I thank you for your time, and there will be another presentation happening at 11 a.m. Central Daylight Time, so North American time. If you want to send that information to a supervisor or a fellow colleague, there will be another presentation then. And then this recording is also going to be playing on LinkedIn, as well as IFMA's YouTube channel. Thank you all for joining. Have a wonderful day, evening, or night.